Hi everyone, today we are at Enrich and I'm too excited because I have Vivek Bali, the CEO of Enrich, talking about this flagship store. It's probably the one of the biggest in India at the moment and there's a lot in store. So without even wasting any time, I'll just start with my conversation with him to get to know what's behind the scenes for us at the store. So yeah, hi sir. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
All good, sir.
Yeah, and welcome to Enrich.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, tell us a little about the store to begin with.
Well, I think this is a new concept that we've launched in India, and it is, basically based on the needs of our customer. They buy a lot of products and they come for a lot of services. So we combined beauty retail with beauty services, and this probably the store that we are standing here at Infinity Malad is the largest, obviously in Bombay, at 5,000 square feet, and probably the largest in India also. It comprises both beauty retail and beauty services. In beauty retail, we have a collection of about 80 brands, and they go from luxury to premium to and masstige, and they're very well bifurcated, in their own space in which they like to dwell, you know. And so we're very proud to open this store, and we opened this um on the 4th of December, and it's got a fantastic response, in this market over here, and it has many firsts in it. We help our customers in finding the right fragrance for themselves. So we have a find your fragrance counter. It has a beauty bar where we have mini makeovers, express facials, and hair updos, which you can come and get it free. It's a free service for the customers. We have a custom made lipstick bar, so you can order your lipstick and it's made right in front of you. So I think those are the features that we have added to the store, which are not there in any other store. And plus we have our, obviously, the beauty services area, which is thriving, and it has hairstyle, haircut, hair color, and it's got the Kerastase room, and it's got skin treatment rooms, it's got manicure, pedicure, and the works. So and we have a fairly strong team, which takes care of both retail and the beauty services. And yeah, that's what it is, and I would like to show you around.
Surely.
So as we come into the store, the first thing that you'll see is a launch pad. The launch pad is where we launch a new brand or a new product. So right now we are launching Defy from Calvin Klein over here. As we move ahead, this is called a retail parasite. We have Burberry, which is launching Mr. Burberry, which is displayed right up front, and then we move ahead, and these are my collection of premium and luxury fragrances, which you see. You have Bulgari, you have Hermes, you have Herrera, Paco Rabanne, Burberry, and what we also display is these kind of wobblers. This informs the customer what are my best sellers. So blue is for men and pink is for ladies. So it is easy for customers to identify which are their favorite fragrances they're selling them. This is what we have is called a category visual. This is only for fragrance in this section. And right now we have launched Davidoff Cool Water, the power of cool, which is displayed over here.
it was a lovely introduction, and now that we are in the store, tell me a little about the whole planning and the strategy. Like, what made you shift to this format for Enrich, and how fast was this transition made possible, counting in the COVID days, and obviously the all plans coming to us still.
Yeah, actually, we had done a survey with our customers in Enrich, and we wanted to understand, what are the kind of services they are liking, and what are the products that they buy, and what are the products that they buy at Enrich, and what are the products they buy outside Enrich in beauty. So we got a long list, from our customers who are loyal customers, and they gave us, in makeup I like the following brands, in skincare I like the following brands, in fragrances I like the following brands, and this is where I go and shop. So we said that when we are looking at so many of our customers who come on a monthly basis to our store, why don't we offer them these brands and products? And therefore started the thought of creating a format which has beauty retail in the front and beauty services to support it at the back end. While beauty services is the backbone, but you have beauty retail coming in front. And so that's how the thought was born, and we started to build it starts with the drawings, and we came up with this format. So actually the first one which we launched, which was a smaller store, almost about 2600 square feet, was at Powai, Enrich Powai at Hiranandani. That's a smaller store, but it has 40 brands in that, and plus beauty services. Then this is our largest. This at Infinity is 5000 square feet, and it has almost 80 brands in beauty retail, starting from luxury, premium, prestige. Very well defined category bifurcation. You have fragrances on one side, you have skincare on the other side, and you have hair care on the other side, and you have the center of the store which has got the beauty studio or beauty bar, what we call it, where the beauty activities happen in terms of makeup and your express facials and your hair updos over here, and around that you have the makeup brands. So for customer it's easy to shop, that okay, all fragrances are over here, all skincare is over there, all hair care is over there, and finally the beauty services at the back. So that's how this store has been born, and we have an expansion plan to take this across the country. So we have started off with Bombay and Maharashtra, and obviously it will extend into Gujarat and Karnataka, going into North India and going into East India to Calcutta and Guwahati. And then obviously the other stores which we have, other cities that are there in the south like Chennai and Hyderabad, which are not yet open for us. So we will open those also. So phase 1 we are looking at about 25 doors. Phase 2 we are looking at another 25 doors. That's how we have planned this rollout of this format.
And both the phases within any target year.
So you can take on an average 7 to 8 stores a year. Yeah. So phase 1, if it's 8 stores, so 3 years. Yeah. And that's how it will go. You can't be doing more than that, because you might not. We might be moving too fast. So we're keeping it at a cap at about 8. Yeah.
Also, bringing in so much of an premium flavor to your store, there must be a lot of training that goes in the back end, and obviously product selection is a big factor. So how are you driving that at the back end? Any technologies you're taking as a help? What is the strategy that goes?
Yeah, great question. Actually, what we do is, Enrich is famous for its academy. The academy is the backbone of all training that happens across Enrich. And people who go through that training, 99% get absorbed inside Enrich. Yeah. And so that's the source from which we get people into into our stores. And so that academy specializes in hair care, skin care, makeup. Yeah. And on basically hairstyle, hair color, hair cut, your hair treatments. Then it goes into facials and manicure, pedicure, waxing, So all that people get trained in the academy. So that's taking care of the back end. Front end training retail. Obviously we have a training team for that. It's headed by able people, who are from retail and who have dealt with these brands, and therefore obviously it's a little diverse in the sense that you have luxury brands, you have premium brands, you have masstige brands, and we have to take care of all the trainings. So before we launch a store, obviously we know what is the brands that are coming into the store. So each and every brand is on the training calendar, and so each and every employee who's joining that particular store goes through each and every brand. We don't segregate the people or the brand. We want everybody to learn all the brands, so that when they are in the store, they can sell almost anything, which is there in the store. And that's how we want to develop our team, and that's the effort that goes in. So as a process, once we identify a location, from design to launch is close to about easily 3 months, in the pipeline. So that's how we plan it out.
So very intensive plan. So obviously on the other end you have the e-commerce thriving. So obviously now retail is online, and it's nothing like COVID has taught us to accelerate the process. So how are you maintaining those touch points seamlessly with the stores and e-commerce?
So another great question, and that's what is required at times like this. So our e-commerce strategy is in sync with our stores. So what we offer in our stores will also be available online, and our website is under development right now. But although we have our app which is functional, already, and a lot of brands which are in the store are already online with us, and customers can shop over there. So idea is that we will launch that in probably a month's time. The website also will go live fully. And so the idea is that the customer should get a fantastic omni experience, that they can shop from the convenience of their house. They can browse online and click and collect at the store, or buy online, or they can come to the store and shop. And if they come to the store and shop and they don't find a particular product in this store, they have the option to select the product from the other store, and the other store will deliver it to their house. So we really don't want the customer to go back without being satisfied with the product or service that they were looking for. So that's a total omni-channel approach that we have. And again, we have a very strong e-commerce team which has joined us and is working on that. And we will unveil that almost in a month.
Great. Waiting to hear that. But obviously, there's a lot of technology that is at play, I'm sure. So, what are those? And if you want to kind of highlight the innovation that's driving Enrich to that Enrich 2.0.
Yeah, so I think technology obviously plays a major role in this whole thing. So obviously, at a time like this, Enrich is also transitioning from one software to another advanced software. So like we were working with Zenoti, now we are working with Ncube. So that transition is also happening as we go along this journey. So that is a much more advanced version. That's a much more evolved version. It will give you ease of data analytics. It will give you ease of launching promotions and curtailing promotions on time, and it will also drive. It will be the engine that will drive the e-commerce thing also. So I think it's all happening at the same time, and it's exciting time at Enrich, and so that's one part. The second thing, how we differentiate ourselves, from other retailers, is that ours is a fairly experiential store. It's not just about buying products, but it's also about getting good service done, and it's also about relating the service to the product. So if I have come for a haircut or a hairstyle or a hair color, I can also buy products related to that if I need to do something on my own at home. So we will recommend which shampoo suits you, which conditioner suits you, or which mask suits you, or which serum suits you based on that treatment. If you're getting a manicure, pedicure done, there will be a recommendation for, say when you've done a manicure, that these are the good nail polishes that which you can use at home for your own this thing. Similarly, when you come into the retail side, what also happens is that we have a beauty studio, and where we give mini flash makeovers. And these mini makeovers, there are a list of 8 makeovers that happen. These are free services for our customers. So you are in a rush and you want to go somewhere and you don't have time to get ready on your own. Walk into an Enrich, get this service done. We'll give you lovely smoky eyes. We can give you, night smoky. We can give you 4K contouring. We can give you a perfect eyeliner. We can give you some luscious lips. So I think we have it all there, and you can get your brow shaped immediately. Then, even if you want an express facial, you'll get an express facial. Over there. You want to get your hair updo, so you get a nice bun or a braid done over here, free of cost. Yeah. So that's how we value our customers. And when you are doing that, you're also obviously getting interested in some products, and you will surely end up picking up 1 or 2 of those products that have been used onto you. So I think that's the beauty of the beauty bar. The second thing that we also have is, like I mentioned earlier, is the Find Your Fragrance counter. The Find Your Fragrance counter is basically talking about, say, 6 fragrance families which are top families in fragrance selling. So say a fruity, floral, woody, spicy, fresh, aqua, those kind of fragrance families, and we have products displayed as per that. And when you come there, suddenly you get a choice. Oh, you got so many florals, you got so many fruities, you got so many spices. You get a choice at one shot to pick a product. So the third experiential that we have in the store is that we have a custom-made lipstick bar. So that bar is exclusive, and nobody else in the country has that. What is exclusive about it is that when the customer comes to the store, they can select the shade that they want. They want a little more matte, they want a little more pearl, and they can select that. They can select the fragrance that they want. All that gets mixed, and then the lipstick is made right in front of their eyes and given to them. And it's a wonderful experience when you see what you want getting evolved in front of your eyes. So that's the number 3. Then we also have other experientials over here, which is something like a what sort table. The what sort table primarily talks about what are the latest trends in the market in makeup or in skincare or in fragrances, and those get highlighted in the store. The store also has a lovely gift bar, so you can come, buy, and you can get your products gift wrapped, in our store, and and what we've also added as a feature over here is that you have beauty on the move. So when you travel, so we'll have travel sizes, the smaller sizes displayed over here for you to pick for your collection. And then I think with all this, we move into the beauty services area. To start with, we have the nail bar where you can get your nail art done, and then you get in for your haircuts and hairstyle and hair color. Moving into manicure, pedicure, and then moving into skin treatment zone, where you get your facials done and where you get your waxing, etc. Completed over there. So that's what we have in this store.
Amazing. So, keeping all this in mind and how Enrich keeps the customer at the heart, how has business been since the last 2 years, counting in pandemic? What is the whole customer trend that you are noticing? Significant changes that you had to bring in the service? What is it at the business side?
So, obviously, when COVID started last year in 2020, so obviously the impact was big because it was sudden. It was like a sudden impact that had on the business, and obviously, but we geared up very well, how to tackle it, in the sense, and therefore, obviously, customer was at our heart, and everything that we did was to make sure that the customer is able to buy the products that they want and is able to get the services that they want on a monthly basis. So, wherever, based on government rules. Wherever it was permissible for us to go and give service, areas that were outside the quarantine zone, we would go and give service at home. Or if the customer wanted to order product, we had customer hotlines open all the time. They would order the product, we would go and deliver it to the house, for them. So that's the kind of personal service that we did. This was last year, which very similarly was done in April and May this year, to a better impact because we were even more prepared, for this. And so that's how we rode off the lockdown days. And then we obviously from June onwards, I think the business has been pretty rebounding back. And I would quote over here like, Bombay never sleeps, beauty never sleeps. So people and customers always want, to look their best. And so therefore the beauty services business bounced back along with products pretty quickly for us. Yeah. So it's been a wonderful ride from June till now in December. And I think Diwali was excellent. We were at about 106% of 2019 numbers, which was supposed to be the best year in the last 2 years. And November was almost the same as October, and December is looking bigger than both October and November. So I think we have bounced back. We are keeping our fingers crossed that everything remains normal with this new variant which is coming in.
Obviously. So, any projections for the new year?
Well, I think I would say that starting from say March, April onwards in the coming year, the new financial year, we should start seeing some lovely growth numbers. Almost high double-digit growths should start coming in from that time. Jan, March, I'm keeping we are keeping ourselves bracing for how things pass on this new version. But I think from April onwards we should see some lovely high double-digit growths, coming in. Again, last 2 years we have seen that in India the lockdowns have come after March or within March. So I'm hoping that it doesn't happen this year.
So earlier you were talking about data. So data is a big factor right now in retail, and obviously counting in the privacy points and giving the customer what they want is also very important. So how is Enrich using data the right way, and probably just to create that customer awareness, knowing your customer better, and towards customer retention, how are you using the data to translate into loyalty programs, reward programs? So what's the whole thought?
Yeah, so I think we have a very strong, loyalty program. It's a fairly enricher kind of a program for customers. They have various, layers. You start from a classic, go to a silver, go to a gold, go to a platinum. So, and they have a lot of benefits. They have a lot of benefits that they get, on becoming a member. There are certain discounts that are applicable. They get reward points on every purchase, and so now they are getting more options to earn and burn. So they can earn those points both on services and product retail, and they can also burn the points both on retail and in services. So that is there. So we track our members and their visits to our stores, at what frequency, what kind of services they're coming for, what kind of products they are buying. That history is always with us, and therefore we send out reminders to them also when we think that the service is due or when the product might have finished. So we have the analytics on that, and that's how we keep reminding them. See, it's a busy world, everybody's running around, and just a little minor reminder to customers, and they'll come, for their service. So like I said, beauty never sleeps. So, people will come for their services. And so that's how we, manage that data. We know members versus non-members. Ours is almost a 80% ratio. So if I have 100 members, 80% of them are shopping, coming on a monthly basis to our salons or stores. So that's a good data, and that's what we mine on a regular basis.
We are in the digital age. We spoke about data, e-commerce. So one thing goes without asking that obviously every brand is trying their luck with digital marketing, and they've probably increased their share of spends on digital marketing. So how is Enrich looking at marketing in the digital space? Any plans? Any strategy change? What's on your mind on that?
So I think great question in this digital era. So we have also adopted, since the beginning, we've been very strong on social media. We used to be focusing a lot on our services, and where we have, luckily, Enrich, because of its name and brand equity, gets a lot of good influencers who come for their services over here, and even celebrities. So and we have a good relationship with them, with which we come up with all our innovative videos for social in terms of their services, and those are regularly on our social media in Instagram and Facebook. And plus also now what we are also adding is YouTube. We're going big on YouTube because YouTube is getting more traction also these days. So there is a regular practice of developing a campaign for social media, and so that is a lot of campaigns which run on a monthly basis, and within that month you have every week focusing on certain different categories. It could be service, it could be product related, and it could be offer related also, and it could be customer related, the loyalty program also. So I think it's a good mix of what we come up in on our social media. To top it up, we also have active search engine optimization that we do. So therefore, how do you drive more traffic onto our website and to the store? So that is being done on a regular basis. And the other thing is that obviously we send out our messages and reminders through SMS and emailers to our customers. So they do expect a message to come from us, on their birthday, on their anniversary, or on their points, or what is their point balance, or what is their when some points are expiring. So we are in touch digitally, with them. And it's become much easier to reach Enrich because we have something called Reach Enrich, on which they dial and they can reach Enrich anywhere, and they will be guided to the nearest salon or store.
So Enrich ensures that there's no way the customer misses their favorite brand when it comes to beauty.
Absolutely.
And it gets bigger and better in the new year.
Absolutely.
Keeping all this exciting times for Enrich in mind, I would want to know, so what plans for the future? Even though it's COVID has taught us to think immediate, but still, what are your plans for the brand in the next 5 years, probably in the next 2 years for that matter?
No, I think what we have adopted is a model which is anyway a very strong hybrid, beauty retail and beauty services. So that model is what is going to go forward, in our expansion plans. Right now our expansion plan, obviously focuses on Maharashtra, then we move into Gujarat and Karnataka, and then we move into North India. Now obviously North India is the place which is strong for beauty. It's a very strong beauty market. So that we will also very quickly move into in Q1. I think we should be moving into Delhi and the North, Chandigarh and Ludhiana and Amritsar and those kind of places. And then obviously East is part of it with Calcutta and Guwahati. Those are the places. So, and this is the same model which will expand. Our average size will remain at about 3,000 square feet when we go into other cities. When we get into tier 2, The what changes probably is the brand mix, which will change, but otherwise the experience will be the same. So that's as far as our physical expansion goes. I think importantly when we do this kind of an expansion, so after the physical and expansion of our new format, I think what is important is that we have to focus also on our improving the technical capabilities of our systems, and also the upgrading the training skills of our staff accordingly. So I think that would be the focus. That would be the focus for us. And I think the third part, which I mentioned, that we will be launching within a month the e-commerce. So e-commerce will play a very strong omni channel experience role for our customers. So that's going to launch in January. So they can sit at home and shop. They can click and collect from the store, or they can come to the store and buy. And if they don't find something in my store here, I can ship it to them from the other store. But we don't want our customers to go back without a product or a service. I think those would be the focus areas for us as we expand.
Amazing, amazing. So I think all the best, sir, for a lovely growth ahead, and we wish to be a part of Enrich's journey in the time to come.